This is the Esports exclusive, presented by DX Racer.
What's up everyone, I'm Matt, that's Mathos, and we're going to talk about the hottest topics from the past week in esports, starting with the NA LCS franchising because things are finally starting to take shape. TSM, Cloud9, CLG, Team Liquid, Echo Fox, all coming back, and then you have guys like Dignitas, Phoenix One, Envy, Cut for guys like Optic, and the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, it seems like money is not the thing that keeps people in the LCS. Apparently, you need a little bit more, like brand power and fans. And Echo Fox and the Golden State Warriors have a lot of buzz about them, but teams like Dignitas and Phoenix One, their fan base has been dwindling. And while it's a $10 million investment for teams, the league's investing in these guys too. You need to sell the merch, you need to get the buzz, you need to get the tickets, and you need to get the asses in the seats. And Dignitas just can't do that anymore.
And that's why having teams like Optic come in with a huge NA fan base, the green wall makes a lot of sense. Potentially even a team like Faze could make some noise in the NA LCS. And speaking of Faze, they just made noise in CSGO, taking down Astralis. They're finally the #1 CSGO team.
Yeah, and well-deserved victory as well. These guys were down 3-12 at one point in time, and they went absolutely hard in the paint, killing it, and earning the #1 spot for Counter-Strike Go. They move on to the ELEAGUE Major coming up in January, I believe.
There you go. And NiP, not going to the next major. They're going to miss their third straight major. They are looking horrible.
They not only are looking horrible, their League of Legends team just got axed in its entirety. So if I was the Counter-Strike players, I would be streaming, I would be changing my resume up, I would be looking for any other means of supplementary income and a way to spice themselves up. Because free agency is coming and the writing is on the wall for ninjas in pajamas.
There's also some cheating going on in the CSGO circuit. What's going on there?
Well, 3 players from 3 different teams all got caught for various types of cheating. Team optimistically hoping that they could cheat their way through the finals, and it didn't go so well. Unfortunately for Invictus Aquilus, however, they were deep into the bracket, and every single one of their games got turned around. Obviously, they're disqualified from the European minor, and quite frankly, if you have to cheat, maybe you shouldn't have been there to begin with.
All right, let's jump over to the Overwatch League where Team Seoul announced that they will be called the Dynasty, and somewhat ironically, that Dynasty came to an end as this Lunatic High roster had a pretty rough finish.
Yeah, they did. Lunatic High got their backs blown out by Busan 3-0 in an effortless victory, knocking them out of the semis. As a result, Busan will play again this weekend for the finals. Meanwhile, Lunatic High axed half their team. They picked up 3 new players and they're hoping that that change will reinvigorate the so-called dynasty. Unfortunately for them, they didn't fire Micro, and his performance was one of the leading factors to them getting clapped up at OG and Apex.
Also unfortunate for Liquid Shootat that he looked like he was going to get into Smash Summit for sure, had a big $13,000 donation to make it in, but that was charged back, and all of a sudden, he's still got to fight for a spot.
Yeah, the Smash GG brackets for this tournament have been all over the place. Players have dropped out left, right, and center, and voter fraud in the tens of thousands has eliminated Shootat from an instantaneous spot. On the flip side of things, Mike Hayes made a $15,000 push in the last minute to lock himself up a spot in the Invitational. However, you know, voter fraud is one of those things that the system can't protect itself from. Smash GG's crowdfunding is an excellent idea, yet one that is clearly being exploited non-stop by last-minute donations, cheaters, and scummy campaign tactics.
At least Mike Hayes kind of came up victorious from those scummy campaign tactics, so he's not too upset about it so far. HCT Summer Championships, Pavel, the previous world champion, did not get through. He did not go far enough in this tournament to make it to the World Championships, but a guy by the name of Surrender did take home the trophy.
Absolutely. Surrender not only beat both Pavel's training partners, Purple Drank and Orange, Orange of which in a super close nail-biter of a final match. Pavel, on the other hand, is relegated to the ladder point system, where he has to fight all kinds of piranhas on his way up to the top of the ladder to secure one of 4 remaining spots for a shot at the World Championships. Good luck, Pavel. I don't want to be you.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be streaming because those snipers will be all over him as he tries to climb up that ladder. Let's end on a light note, at least light for us, not so light for ELEAGUE and Turner Cable, because Adidas is basically suing anyone who has something that looks like 3 thick lines, like ELEAGUE.
Yeah, the ELEAGUE logo is currently just a little too close for comfort on the Adidas trademark stripes. Adidas is notorious for suing for their trademark, so much so just to remind people that it's their logo and they have copyright on lines. I wouldn't be surprised if lined paper happens to be the next lawsuit for Adidas somewhere down the line if they make their lines just a little too thick for Adidas' liking. It's a reminder here that they've got money and they don't care. My favorite part in the letter of opposition is Adidas not so passive-aggressively reminding Turner Broadcasting that they're sponsoring the FIFA World Championships coming up soon. They've got their money and their hands around Turner's balls. That logo is changing immediately.
Yeah, it's basically we own you, so do what we say right now. Mathos, it's been a pleasure sitting here next to you. If you want to sit comfortably in one of these chairs as well, go to dxracer.com. Use the promo code SHOTCALLERS for 15% off one of these bad boys. For Mathos, I'm Matt. Thanks for watching.
This is the Esports exclusive presented by DX Racer.